I'm Prateek, I'm 28 and I'm based out of Bangalore. Currently I'm in Chennai. I came to Chennai almost a month and a half back and turned out to be a very memorable trip in terms of something which is extremely important to me, which is my leg, because I'm a sports person, I play football, and couple of probably 6 to 7 weeks back I actually twisted my ankle. But I didn't realize the severity of that particular damage which I had in my ankle. I was just told to wear an ankle supporter and just walk freely without any hassle, and I was doing the same, but after 7 weeks I just realized that my leg had become way too stiff and I wasn't able to walk straight. I had to keep my leg on a certain angle, like a 45-degree angle. I was not able to place it straight. So that day on 7th of October when I came here, I met Dr. Ram and he said that it's a serious sports injury which I had undergone and it needed immediate attention. So what the surgery is about is basically had a 6 chip that had come out of the place. Generally when we play football, we generally get when we get a ligament tear or when we suffer inflammation in our ankle, it's not that serious. But it was not just a case of inflammation, it was a case wherein a 6 bone had come out of its place. And apparently the place from which it came out almost, it carries 50% of your entire body weight. So it becomes very crucial for it to be treated that very moment in order to avoid any repercussions in the future. So I was advised to undergo this keyhole surgery. And I was told that there are 2 ways of getting the surgery done. One is either through keyhole, wherein they'll make holes and they'll try and place the chip back. If that doesn't happen, then probably I'll have to go for a BMAC surgery where they'll have to cut the entire ankle and take the chip out and put a new bone marrow. But I'm happy that I met Dr. Ram here because the surgery went extremely smooth, and I do realize that the surgery wasn't an easy surgery. Now what happens in a keyhole is that since you're not cutting your leg, since the ankle is not being cut, the recovery process is much faster. Your bone recovers much faster. So I was lucky enough to have come here and get this surgery done by Dr. Ram because he's a specialist in this particular department. Even if you look at sports people, they do suffer sports injury very often, but the right kind of treatment can help them get back to the same sport that they belong to. So it's been almost now 5 weeks, I can say, and my recovery is going extremely smooth. All the inflammation which was there in my leg has started subsiding. Inflammation was actually taken out, but whatever little bit of swelling is there has started subsiding down, only because of the efforts of Dr. Ram and his team. And even if I talk about the physiotherapy which is currently going on, I'm extremely happy that I'm able to recover faster. So like I said, I'm extremely grateful to Dr. Ram Chidambaram and his entire team at MGM who helped me recover much faster, and I will definitely advise you guys to not take these kind of injuries very lightly, because this is something which can really have future repercussion to your ankle. And also I'd like to add one point, that people have this perception that all these kind of surgeries doesn't happen in India. It's not right. If you talk about the advancement in technology and the way people are skilled in India now, all these kind of surgeries are very much feasible in India itself. You just need to look out. So I'll definitely recommend any kind of sports injury to your ankle or to your shoulder or any specific sports injury, do consult Dr. Ram Chidambaram at MGM Hospital. And again, extremely thankful for his entire team and the hospitality shown by MGM. And also one special thanks to George, who's been extremely helpful since the beginning. And Imran, who's helping me in my entire physio process. So thank you, MGM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ram Chidambaram, Director of Department of Shoulder, Elbow, Hand and Sports Injuries at MGM Healthcare. Mr. Prateek is a 28-year-old young gentleman, sustained an ankle injury 8 weeks ago and presented to us with severe pain, and he came limping with pain and stiffness of his right ankle. Sports injuries of the ankle is very common. Sports injuries are two types. Number one is because of repetitive injury, like footballer's ankle, you have that. And second group is the acute injury, mostly it is sprain or fracture. Most of the injuries are being treated at sprain, but not all ankle injuries are sprain. In fact, what Mr. Prateek had is a osteochondal fracture of the talus. This is actually a fracture of the cartilage portions of the talus bone, that is a weight bearing bone in the ankle joint, and it is broken along with the piece of bone. We found that the fragment has flipped upside down. When it happens, it causes profound synovitis or inflammation of the ankle joint and pain and stiffness. So, we offered him ankle arthroscopy. This is a keyhole operation of the ankle joint to have a look inside, and we removed all the inflamed synovial tissue and managed to treat this osteochondal fracture successfully by flipping it back again, and we fixed it with a bio pin. No screws, no metal. This is a bioabsorbable pinning to fix the osteochondal fracture. The surgery went uneventfully, and he started to mobilize the ankle 1 week after surgery, and is making very good progress. The advantage of ankle arthroscopy is that the patient has little or no pain, and they can start to mobilize the ankle as soon as possible. His X-ray shows excellent healing of the fracture, and is gaining almost 80 to 90% of his ankle range of movement by 5 weeks, and is on the way to recovery, hopefully expecting to participate in his active sports life shortly. So, do not ignore your sports injury, get it addressed soon, so that you can happily go back and play your favorite sports.